Hey guys, welcome to Learn Chinese Now. I'm your host, Jared Madsen, and today we will be talking about the 8-foot tall drunk monk covered in tattoos. Yes, that's right, Lu Zhishen. But first, we need to talk about the story where it comes from. It comes from Outlaws of the Marsh, also called Water Margin. In Chinese, that's called 水滸传. Shui means water, hu means like the bank of a river, and Zhuan is basically a book. It's a collection of stories. Outlaws of the Marsh begins with this massive plague that overcame China. The emperor had no idea what to do. He was trying to find doctors and all different things, didn't know what to do. He sent one of his officials. This is his last-ditch effort. He takes his official and says, go to the Taoist monastery. Find one of the Taoist wizards. Do something. We need something. So his official, who, he was like, okay, this is kind of weird, but whatever, I'll go. He goes to the Taoist monastery, he meets all the people, and this guy, he's kind of, he's walking around, he's checking out the Taoist monastery, he's never been there before, and he goes into this little building, and he finds this stone, this big stone that seems to be covering something, but you could open it. And he thought, well, you want to know what, I'm just gonna push this and see what happens. He opens it, and what happens but 108 spirits who have been banned from heaven, they've been put in this vault, have escaped. Now, of these spirits, 36 are considered good spirits, 72 not so nice. These spirits escape, they fly all over, and then they end up reincarnating as people. And unlucky number 13 of the good spirits was Lu Zhishen. Now, Lu Zhishen is said to have been 8 feet tall and covered in tattoos. His favorite pastimes were drinking and getting in fights. In the town that Lu Zhishen lived in, there was a butcher, and this butcher was kind of like, he was like the town guy. Like he ran everything went through him. He was the richest guy in town. And he basically used his manipulation tactics to get the father of this beautiful young lady that, he was basically like, you owe me money, and he got the whole town against me. You owe me money. There's no way you can pay it back. Give me your daughter. Your daughter is now mine. I will marry your daughter. Now, the butcher actually had a wife already who was not too happy about this, but the butcher could kind of do whatever he wants. So he tries to marry the young girl. He tries to marry the daughter. Lu Zhishen hears about this, and he didn't like it. Now, Lu Zhishen, we have to remember, okay, does he drink? Yes. Does he drink excessively? Yes. Does he like to fight? Yes. Is he covered in tattoos? Does he look like a bad guy? Yes. But not necessarily a bad guy, right? He has a strong sense of justice. He hears of this. He's not happy. He is not happy at all. So he goes to the butcher, and he kind of pretends to buy stuff at first, right? He's like, oh, I'll take a hoof. And the butcher's like, a hoof? Well, okay, sure, here's a hoof. Yeah, and I'll take 3/4 of an intestine. He's like, what? Okay. And then the butcher finally is like, are you just messing with me right now? And Lu Zhishen says, yes, I am. He jumps over the table, grabs the butcher, wham, 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 3 punches, and the guy is out. And when I say out, I mean dead. He killed the butcher. The butcher was a big guy, but Lu Zhishen was this huge, massive beast of a man. The butcher is dead. Okay, now Lu Zhishen is in a little bit of trouble, to say the least. He's big and strong, but the whole town is going to come after him. So what does he do? He bolts. He just gets as far away from the town as he can. So he comes upon this guy who then helps him get into a monastery. Okay, so back in those days, you would kind of be protected if you're in the monastery, right? Like, people don't really know who you are. It's this whole kind of special thing. But the abbot said to him, if you're going to come and be in my monastery, you can't just come to hide out, right? Because he knew what happened. The abbot's like, okay, I think you're a good guy, but you can't just come to hide out. You have to become a real monk. Now, the abbot saw something special in Lu Zhishen. Maybe he saw that Lu Zhishen was originally from heaven. So Lu Zhishen's birth name was Lu Da. So Lu is the surname, right? Da is his given name. But when you become a monk, you get your monk name. So the abbot, seeing something special in Lu Zhishen, gave him the name Zhishen. Zhi means wisdom, and Shen means deep. So he kept his surname, Lu Zhishen, right? So the abbot felt that he one day will attain great enlightenment. He saw something very special in him and gave him this special name. Now, did he become a monk? Yes, he did. Did he give up drinking? Not quite. Did he give up fighting? No, not really. And both of those are kind of a no-no in the Buddhist temple. And then one time he was drinking one night, got into a drunken rage, right? Goes around the temple. He ends up smashing this Buddhist statue, right? He like destroyed this pavilion. And then for fun, he thought it would be funny to grab some of the little monks and just dump a bunch of the alcohol down their mouth and get them drunk. And maybe it was funny, but the abbot didn't think it was that funny at all. And he said, okay, the 3 strikes and Lu Zhishen, you're out. I am sorry. I'm not going to turn you out into the world, but I will send you to another monastery. At this new monastery, he became in charge of the garden. It seems like everything's nice and peaceful at this point. He's trying to get the drinking under control, or at least not have people see. And then one day, he outside the temple, he sees this guy. He meets this guy. The guy is Lin Chong, none other than the great general Lin Chong, right? He's in charge of 800,000 imperial guards. They both felt there's something special about each other, and immediately they became sworn brothers. Now you have to understand, in ancient China, becoming sworn brothers is this really deep thing, right? It's blood brothers. It's thick and thin. No matter what happens for the rest of our lives, we're gonna be together, right? And they hit it off and they immediately declared to each other that they were sworn blood brothers. So they are brothers, but unfortunately, Lin Chong was framed by a corrupt official. He was framed and they put him in the shackles and everything, and they started to transport him to court, and they were going to, who knows what they were going to do with him. And along the way, the guards who were taking him, they had this plan. They plotted to kill Lin Chong. And so, they take out their knives and swords, and from behind a tree, none other than Lu Zhishen jumps out and just destroys them. And he gets Lin Chong, and they run away, right? And so Lin Chong was shocked. He was like, I can't believe this. This is great. What happened? And Lu Zhishen says, well, you are my sworn blood brother. I was following you all the way. I wanted to make sure that they didn't kill you, make sure that you stayed alive. And then the two of them went to Mount Liang, which is Liang Shan in Chinese. Shan means mountain. And they go there, and then they gather with the other outlaws, and then Outlaws of the Marsh. The stories continue and continue. The book has an insane amount of stories, 108 characters, and those are just the spirits, right? Then there's all these other characters. So it's one of the 4 classic novels of China. All right, so that's it for today. If you guys have any other stories you want to hear, please leave those in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next week. 再见.